Today I'm going to show you how to feed ant lions.
Take me out in the garden with the beetles and frogs. Take me to the back door to see the geckos and moths. Get me down on the ground to see the spider's fangs. Just get me outside with my boomerang. Get me outside with my boomerang.
So what is an ant lion? Well, it's a creature that's in its larval stage. As an adult, it looks much like a lacewing or a damselfly, but when it's a baby, which it can be for a couple of years, under the soil, it digs a hole in an inverted cone shape. Then it lives at the bottom of that cone and it waits for an animal like an ant or another type of, like a beetle or something, to fall into that inverted cone. When it gets to the bottom, it pulls it down into the soil and eats it. You can get yourself a little stick and flick the side of that cone and make a bit of dirt run down, because it can sense when the dirt's starting to fall close down into the bottom of the hole. And then it will flick more dirt up to try and get that ant or whatever it believes has come in there to go down to the bottom so it can catch it. So you can have a lot of fun just by flicking a stick in there and watching it flick the dirt up. It's quite a powerful little flick for such a small insect. You can also catch yourself an ant or a small beetle and throw it in there and watch it do its thing. So I thought we could do that a couple of times today and have some fun. Now we've got to catch ourselves an ant, and I've found the best place to catch an ant is on a tree, because they're not near their nest trying to protect themselves, so they're less likely to bite you if they're the biting type. And also, there always seems to be a few ants on a tree. Now, most ants are pretty strong, so you can grab them between your fingers like that without killing them. I can feel them between the skin of my forefinger and thumb there, and I know it's not going to die, so I'll be able to throw that in the bottom of the hole. Well, first of all, you've got to find yourself an area that there is ant lions, and this spot here is ideal. It's under a gum tree, which are really notorious for drying the soil out, and they create a bull dust underneath them, and you need to have that fine powdery stuff to attract the ant lions, because that's what they need to make their little trick work. And this area here has got quite a few ant lions sprinkled around in it. Now, some interesting things happened when I put that ant into the hole. For a start, it was a little bit injured, so it took a while to wake up. And then when it started to come to its senses, it released a chemical into the air, and that attracted the other ants around. So there ended up being quite a few ants come into the den of the ant lion. And then the ant lion got the hint that there was some ants in there, so it started to go bananas by flicking dirt up to bring them down into where he was, or she. Anyway, it was actually flicking them out of the hole. It was amazing to watch the power in the flick of the tail of that ant lion. Now eventually either the ants had just got out of the hole themselves, or the ant lion had catapulted them out himself. So it was an unsuccessful attempt, but it was interesting to watch anyway. I mean, just watch this ant get flicked right out of there. Well, after watching that, I bet everybody's excited to see an ant lion. Well, I've never seen one myself. So today, I hope is my lucky day. I'm going to use a soup ladle and scoop up that entire inverted cone in the ground, and then I'm going to tip the dirt, which is hopefully containing the ant lion, into this sieve. And sieves come in handy for a number of things in the bush. So let's do that experiment now. Well, here's a reasonable sized ant lion den, and it's actually just caught an ant, so I might have a chance of getting this thing. Now just give it a shake, get rid of some of that dirt. Okay, let's see. Some of these bigger clods out of the way. There it is. There it is. Gosh, it looks like something out of a sci-fi movie. Wonder where those sci-fi movies get their ideas from. So we'll come in a bit closer. I'll point right at it. Okay. Let's see, it's right at the end of my finger. There it is moving. A sneaky little thing. It's got an awesome set of jaws on it. I'll get it by itself, just a second. Right, well that's it there, right in the middle of the screen. And that thing is one fierce looking little creature. It's got a set of jaws on it that would, well, it's making me afraid to pick it up. And I'll tell you what, I wouldn't want to be an ant falling into one of those funny looking things home. So I can see why they call them an ant lion. And they walk backwards, just like a yabby does. They look like a crustacean at the moment. Yeah, so that's them. I can't get a better close-up than that. Yeah, that's what's under the ground eating those ants. Well, that's it for today's episode. And if you get bored between now and the next one, try feeding some ant lions yourself. Catch you later.
Just get me outside with my boomerang. Get me outside with my boomerang.